Shalom, this house. My name is Israel Akut. I am a Kataf from Zangon Kataf local government area, Kaduna State. I come out this morning to thank God for raising people like Khartoum to bring awareness, enlighten us, and bring us out from darkness onto understanding the true position of what and who the North is. I come this morning to draw the attention of the indigenous tribes, nationalities, particularly of the North, to know that the ongoing campaign against Fulanis is not just a Hausa thing. It involves particularly the totality of the Middle Belt and the Hausa land. I can't say whether the Hausa land has been much as devastated as the Middle Belt itself. And that is why it is a collective responsibility for us to come together as a team with one voice to reject Fulanis in our territory. Fulanis don't have a local government in the whole of Nigeria, whether in the north or in the middle belt. Fulanis don't even have a word. Yet, can you just imagine that Fulanis are those driving the affairs of the north and driving even the affairs of Nigeria? What a shame. We must give Khartoum and every other person that is involved in this mobilization and sensitization great backup. We have been talking. The whole world now knows that Fulanis don't have a hold in Nigeria, that Fulanis are the devils of Nigeria, particularly of the north. In fact, we in the middle belt, if you allow me, we are now far better off. Before Buhari came over, that's why the coming of Buhari as president is a blessing. It's a blessing. I remember the very day that Buhari was announced, that time I was in Zonkwa, the very day that Buhari was announced as president, one Fulani man came on a bike, boo, he just came where, and it was a market day. He just came and matched his brake and turned around the machine. And when people said, why do you do this? He said, we are now in authority. We are now in authority. We didn't quite understand. We did not understand. It was when Buhari came up and we now saw the security architecture of the country that was made up of all Fulanis. I said, wow. So Buhari's coming was God sent to open our eyes for us to see who the devils have been. Hausa, you have really been ridden over. You have given your backs for Fulanis to ride over. That Fulanis were almost pushing you to be the enemy of this country, to be the enemy of Christians. That is why any evil that is perpetrated anywhere, it will always be said, I Hausani. I Hausa, not knowing that it is Fulanis. But now, with the present sensitization and mobilization, we now can clearly differentiate between the Hausa and the Fulani. And that is why if we want peace in the north, if we want peace in the middle belt, then we should team up very solidly with Khartoum and her group in fighting Fulanis out of our own territory. Like I said, talking is very good, but we need to take a step much further. We ought to understand the nature of the Nigerian government right from time past. That no matter how praised you are, no matter what challenge you are going through, if you don't come out a little bit rough, the government will not do anything. You'll be talking and talking, they will pretend as if they're not even hearing. So the little next step I want to suggest here are two. First of all, the indigenous nationalities of the Middle Belt and Hausa land should come together. Let the clerics, both Muslims and Christians, of course, Muslims that are Hausa based and Christians of other nationalities, come together on a round table with one voice and say, look, enough of the insecurity that has bedeviled us. Enough is enough. Come up with one voice. And if we so agree that, look, this is our common challenge, then we can now take the next step. Let us come up with a high delegation to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria against the occupation of France of our land. Let us make the President to understand that the presence of France is not to the interest of the North, not to the interest of the Middle Belt, and not to the interest of Nigeria. Because France is coming to fortify our enemy. We now know that our enemy is one. The Fulani is our enemy. And bringing France to come and position itself on our land in the north, no. You are like pushing us to greater hell. So we should come up. This combined team should go and meet the president. That is one. Secondly, beyond talking and sensitization, beyond talking of sensitization and mobilization, we should come out in our cities, in our villages, in our wards with placards rejecting the occupation of France of our land. Whatever agreement, whatever bilateral agreement that the government has entered surreptitiously with France, no, we reject it. Let's tell the world we don't want France on our land. Let us tell France we don't want them on our land. If we cannot come out with placards to announce to the world, then, in fact, since the government did not seek our own opinion before going to France to invite them on our land, then we should come out and tell the president we don't want these guys here. And also tell the world we don't want it. In fact, let the signal go to France that they are not needed here. Only our placards. And when the mobilized people come out, no matter how strong the strong man is, he becomes threatened and knows that his strength might not take him any further. So this is just my little opinion. First of all, let there be a roundtable between Hausas and other selected indigenous leaders of the North and the Middle Belt. Then we move further. March our people, particularly now in the North, the northern states, with placards rejecting the occupation of France. You cannot come and start mobilizing a minority, a stark minority, Fulanis. Equip them. They occupy our bushes, kill us. We cannot farm. Hunger is has eaten us up today, not because of anything. Our people want to farm, but they cannot go to the farm. And when you go and farm, these idiots, they will take their cows and of course they go about with AK-47. So they see you in the farm and they want their cows to enter the farm. They'll first of all kill you. They don't give a damn. Then they'll push the cows to destroy all your crops. We don't need these guys here. We must tell ourselves the truth. We don't need them at all. So please, let us mobilize ourselves. Let us get the clerics of both Hausa and indigenous nationalities of Nigeria, I mean of the North and the Middle Belt, to talk this and approach the president. May God continue to bless, to strengthen, and to secure Khartoum and all her group. Nothing is going to happen to Khartoum. For anyone that rises against her shall be shamed and be disgraced. Yes. In fact, the angels of the Lord will continue to guide and to protect and to preserve Khartoum and all her group. Her voice has gone across nations, across continents. She's doing a great job. What she's doing is God's program for this country, Nigeria. I am telling you, it is God that has sent her. Yes, it is God that has sent Khartoum even to our generation. And so nothing, until she has finished her ministry, nothing is going to happen to her. And anyone who comes out to support what she is doing, I am telling you, you are supporting God's program for Nigeria. This is God's program for Nigeria if you don't know. So what she's doing is God's program for Nigeria. And so no Jupiter, no devil will have access to her. God bless Nigeria. God bless the North. God bless the Middle Belt. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Bola Ahmed Tinubu. May God give him wisdom to understand the heart cry of the people and yield to the request that the North and the Middle Belt shall take to him. Thank you so very much. God bless us all.